Hey everybody, Pandi here of Pandi's Hair Candy and More, as well as the Simply Pandi Show. If this is your first time stopping by, welcome. If you are already chat family with me, welcome back. You already know I am super excited to see you here. Today, you all, this is another edition of Trending Recaps with Pandi. And what we typically do in these types of live streams is we just kind of chit chat and catch up and take a look at the trending and viral stories and headlines that have been going on around and about us, both in the social media realm as well as on our local news media outlets. And we will just be breaking them down, reviewing them, discussing them, and commenting about them. So, you want to go ahead and get yourself comfortable, grab yourself a snack or two or three, and your favorite beverage, because we're going to be here for a little bit. Just chitting and chatting and talking about these things, you guys. News that you can definitely use. Now, if you didn't remember to do so on your way coming in the door, please don't forget to blow dry on that like button for your girl. It greatly helps me with the way that my content is shared and distributed on this platform. Also, if you are not already subscribed, what are you waiting for? It is free 99 after all. It does not cost you a thing. Okay? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you double tap that notification bell so that you are notified each and every time that new content is added to the channel. Also, sharing is definitely caring. So please, if you have the ability to do so, make sure you share this video out with your mama, cousin, auntie, friend, co-worker, somebody that might want to catch the replay. Shout out to the replay gang. And shout out to all Pandi's peeps. Pandi's peeps are my channel members. Special shout out goes out to you all because you all support me and give me that extra motivation to make sure that I am keeping fresh and new content on this channel consistently. Now, if you all in the chat would like to join the channel membership, you can do so for as little as $1.99. All links are definitely found in the description box underneath this video. But again, we are getting ready to jump right off up into these trending recaps. So again, go ahead and get yourself situated and enjoy the show. Hey, y'all. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I hope you guys are doing well on this beautiful, quiet spring Sunday evening. I am doing all right. I'm a little under the weather, but I'm doing all right. Oh, I almost wanted to reschedule this live, but I'm like, your girl needs to stay consistent. So I'm trying to keep with the consistency. So I apologize if my energy level is not quite where it needs to be. So happy Sunday, though, nonetheless. And hey, Leonica, thank you so much for popping in and supporting. I appreciate you being here. And welcome to Trendsetter Talks with Pandi. Shout out to the replay gang, and y'all can tell that that's one of my older intros, honey, because it was talking about my channel members. Oh, I miss my channel members, but we're going to get them back. But I wanted to have a nice intro to let you know what the show is all about. Typically on Trendsetter Talks, it is just that. I typically recap what was trending in the week that just passed us by, what I saw, different things going on in the hair community, in the skin and beauty community. as well as world news and other trending topics. So that is typically what I do. These shows usually are about maybe 30 minutes to sometimes an hour, depending on what information I plan to cover. So, with that being said, we are going to jump right into what I have in store for tonight. So, again, thank you all so much for tuning in. If you did not remember to blow dry on the like button for me on your way coming in, please don't forget to do that on your way heading out. Also, sharing is caring, and your girl is on that watch time hour grind. So definitely share the video for me. It greatly helps with the way the content is shared. It puts me in the algorithm so that more people can find me as a smaller channel in this big old YouTuber sphere, right? So we already know that this week, previously passing, has been a huge whirlwind of trends and topics, and I'm just here to kind of break it down for you a little bit. Kind of chit chat, see what y'all saw, see what I saw, and we chop it up. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and dive into what caught my eye and hopefully yours too. Now, I want to start off by saying we lost a, a two-time heavyweight champion boxer this past week. Rest in peace and condolences and prayers to the family of George Foreman. Um, I never really heard about George Foreman being involved in any scandals or anything crazy. He just always seemed like a good family man, a boxer, a businessman. Who didn't go out and get the George Foreman grills from the very first one to the latest model ones? So definitely that was trending all throughout the news this weekend. Rest in peace and condolences to his family. And yeah, I wanted to talk about a few of the other things. Now, I know you guys don't always catch all of my videos, all of my shorts. So, since I am a little under the weather, I wanted to kind of cover some of the trending recaps from the content that I put out this past week as well, in the event that you may have missed it. You know what I'm saying? So let's hop into that. And the number one thing I wanted to touch on was the synthetic hair and the links to the health concerns. I made a video by recommendation from a fellow content creator, Miss Jessica Hicks, because I was alerted by a video that I saw on her channel about these links. And of course, I discuss hair on this channel. I'm always unboxing different hair products, hair, wigs, things of that nature. I'm a former cosmetologist, so it's like one of those things that just was near and dear to me. It definitely drew me in, and I would be remiss if I did not share the information with you all. So, that, of course, is one thing that I was drawn into that was trending this past week. So, I'm going to touch on that really quick with the hopes that you guys had an opportunity to see it, see what your thoughts are. And shout out to the replay gang. If you don't happen to catch this live, definitely let me know in the comments under the video what your thoughts are. If you wear synthetic braids, I know many of us do, right? And so, like I said, this week I took a deep dive into those links between the synthetic hair and the potential health concerns because it was a topic that was buzzing, especially in the beauty community. With so many of us embracing wigs and extensions as protective styles, I felt like that was a topic that was crucial for us to be aware of, to be mindful of what we're putting on our heads. So I definitely shared some insights, some tips on how to choose safer options and what to look out for because beauty should definitely never come at the cost of our health, right? So, yeah, if you guys did not get a chance to check that video out, definitely check it out. It's on the home tab on my news feed. It's like a quick 15-minute video that I put out this past week. It's definitely buzzing. Once you actually go down the rabbit hole, you'll see many news reports on the links. And it was just absolutely shocking and eye raising because you just never know how loosely or how tightly the products that we consume in our bodies and onto our bodies are regulated when they come into, the goods that come into the country that we purchase as consumers and use, especially with regards to our hair, health, beauty, foods, things of that nature. So, definitely that was of concern. Definitely wanted to recap on that. And then, secondly, another story that caught my attention that was trending, and I also put out a video on, was the coffee creamer recall. So hopefully, like I said, I know everybody don't catch the videos. So I'm just recapping some of the content that I've put out this past week. If you did not get a chance to catch it, there was a coffee creamer recall alert from the International Delight brand. Okay. And baby, if you like me, hmm, that's my brand. And so I wanted to just raise awareness and make everyone aware to please double check their refrigerators and make sure they didn't have any of the recalled items possibly in there to cause, sickness to you or your family members. So I put the word out about the International Delight Coffee Creamer recall. If you're a coffee lover like myself, this one was a biggie because how often are we really paying attention to the label on our coffee creamer? I don't think it's something that you would do unless you were to hear of a recall alert. And I literally only saw a small blurb on the news one time, and I never heard anything else about it, which I found to be alarming. Like, what is up? Can we be notified of these things that could be potentially harmful to our health? Anywho, it was a biggie in my mind, and so I hope that my alert helped somebody to keep themselves and their loved ones safe from any potential issues. It's always better to be informed and cautious, especially when it comes to what we consume. So if you missed it, definitely check out my video for all the details. I included the SKU numbers from off the labels for the recalled brands. It was just those two flavors that I have listed there on the photo. It was their hazelnut and the Cinnabon brand. Okay. So definitely that was trending this past week. Okay. And then, of course, if you all have been following and keeping up with me in my journey here on YouTube, then you guys already know that the struggle has been oh so real with my fitness journey, right? So, giving a quick update to that, child. Let me take that down and take that down. The fitness journey and consistency. Let me give a quick update and recap of that. I'm finding that As I go further along, it's getting a little bit easier, but it's still hard. And for any of you who are on a fitness journey, on a health and wellness journey, you know exactly where I'm coming from when I say this. The struggle is real. Okay. But with that being said, you all know, on a personal note, I've been doing my best to try to stay consistent with my workouts. While I don't always record them, I have definitely been mindful to try to get in my workouts at least 3 to 4 times a week. Hey, Nancy, good evening. Happy Sunday. Thank you so much for being here. I'm just a talking and ain't been looking at the chat. How are you doing? And thank you so much for tapping in. I'm just recapping what I saw trending over the week, honey, because you know I'm working on these watch time hours, child. So, um, hopefully you heard of the coffee creamer recall, as well as I know you heard about the synthetic braid scare because I believe you were in that premiere, which I appreciate. And now I'm just giving a quick update on my fitness journey, you know, the consistency piece. And I was just saying, you know, I try to record them, but you know, life is usually life, and so I don't always record them because that's a lot to whip out your camera every single time. But I have been mindful to try to hold myself accountable to doing at least 3 to 4 times a week, to work out, whether it's at home, because I do have some equipment, a little bit of equipment at home, or whether I go into the gym or the pool. I have a gym membership, uh, and I also have, well, I have the Planet Fitness, excuse me, gym membership, and then I also have the pool membership, which I just got in February for the water aerobics. So I've been enjoying that. It's getting a little bit easier, I was saying, but it's definitely hard, you know? But I know it's all about balance and finding what works for you. So, especially with the state of the economy being what it is, staying fit and healthy is more important than ever to me. So, I have definitely been trying to hold myself accountable, um, remain consistent, and I definitely have been appreciating all of the support, from you all who have been encouraging me and letting me know, that you support me on this journey. It's definitely helped to keep me motivated and to keep me going at times where I feel like, you know, I'm over it. I'm over it, y'all. So I appreciate that. Yes, you was there. Yes. Okay. And I hope you are really doing good, Nancy, you know, because I know what you had shared as well, and that's always tough. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm a little under the weather, and I really was kind of feeling like not coming live. But I need watch time hours in order to get myself back to monetization. So I just pushed through, and I usually don't do more than 30 minutes on my Trendsetter talks. Um, let's see. We talked about George Foreman, rest in peace. We talked about the braiding hair. We talked about the coffee creamer recall alert. And I wanted to just touch on this lastly, the trending topics and viewer engagement. I used to do this show maybe back in 2022. This same exact show, I used to do it in an uploaded version. And of course, when you upload, you can add more edits. You can include all kind of different things. But here lately, I've been doing it live. because, the watch time hours accumulate longer, faster, and I'm at a deficit. So that's definitely what I'm working on. But eventually, I want to get back to uploading them. It seems like the engagement is a little lower when you do it live versus when you upload it. So I don't know. I'm going to play around with it and see what it gives. But, this week, one good thing that I did notice is the spike in engagement on a lot of my videos overall as a whole. It seems like, and this is the weirdest thing, me and my husband had this conversation. I said, you know what? When I started my YouTube channel back in 2019, I was just becoming an empty nester. My last child was getting ready to graduate from high school, and now it's just me and my husband. So that was a huge adjustment. And so, kind of as a hobby, I had no intention on really starting a YouTube channel. I used to watch a lot of YouTube because I was newly transitioned natural. So I would come to YouTube to get advice on how to deal with my natural hair. Even being a licensed cosmetologist, I knew all about chemical treated hair. I didn't know much about the natural hair. So I would come to YouTube and then I would also watch YouTube videos and reviews on different beauty products, hair products, skincare products, and of course, wig reviews because I was contemplating wearing wigs in between my, um, you know, protective styles. So I initially was doing that just as a viewer. And then I started watching the videos of the beauty girls, and I was like, wow, this is so cool. I could do that, and I would love to do that. And so I kind of started dipping and dabbing and putting my feet in the water. But I noticed that from way back then, 2019, I would also do show reviews, TV show reviews, because I used to love to watch Iyanla Fix My Life and like the different shows like Greenleaf, Power, Empire. And do y'all know I have always consistently gotten way more views on my TV show reviews than any other type of content that I have done on this channel. It is the oddest thing to me. I was looking back at some of the videos from 3, 4 years ago. Some of the views are like 15,000, 17,000, 13,000, and I'm like, wow. And even the hair videos, the wig reviews, the different product unboxings and different things, those views were up in the hundreds versus the thousands. And so just trying to get a grasp on what was I doing different back then that I'm not doing now. Part of it I also feel like was we were kind of going through the pandemic. So a lot of people were at home, a lot of people were off of work or either working from home. So they had more time to be on YouTube and watching us. You know what I mean? I think that also plays a factor in it as well. But I said all that to say, I have noticed a spike in my engagement on my videos here lately, more so when I'm talking about the different trending topics and what's going on in the world versus my usual content, which is hair, beauty, skincare, lifestyle, things of that nature. Now, although I do get a lot of engagement, I think it's more so because I network with a lot of content creators. I support a lot of content creators. So people know me, so if they happen to be perusing the YouTube streets and see me live or put up a video, they'll swing by and support. So either way, I'm hoping to get back into my mojo. When you're monetized for so many years and then you're all of a sudden not monetized, it's a challenge. There's also a lack of motivation. Like, wow, do I really want to do this today? So it's been a little all over the place, but I'm not going anywhere. And I love what I do here. I love the fact that I can come and share information and express myself and engage with you all and how supportive you guys are every step of the way. Nancy says, that's awesome. Thank you, Nancy. I think sometimes we need to spice up or change the content occasionally, step out of our comfort zone. Absolutely, Nancy. Because I promise you, I was like, now I know when I used to give my show reviews, I would get very animated, which I typically do because I feel like a good story needs to be animated. You are telling the story about something you saw and you want people to be able to feel what you felt as you were watching it. So you have to be able to paint a good picture. You have to be a good storyteller. And so I prided myself on doing that. And when I just was going through my video catalog, I was like, wow, I need to be back there. I need to study my older videos and see what I was doing back then that landed me with so many views. Even when I would go live, I would have 30, 40 people in my lives. So, this is new. This is different for me. But, life is ever evolving, and I get that. People are busy, life is lifing, and it's just all par for the course. It's par for the course. So no biggie. No biggie. And lastly, on my last topic that I wanted to touch on tonight, and again, shout out to the replay game because that has always been me. I always get more on the replay than the live. But this is why I like to do uploads too, because the replay game be lit. More people come to the show after the show and check you out. But the last thing I wanted to touch on before I head out of here, because I try to keep these little shows down to 30 minutes. Plus, it's a Sunday night. I got to start getting ready for my work week. I wanted to say a huge thank you to all of my subscribers. Both my day ones, people that have been rocking with me from the very inception of this channel, to those of you who I've met along the way and have grown to build beautiful relationships with, to my new subscribers who are just coming and getting to know me. I want to say a huge and sincere thank you. I appreciate you all so much for your support. You don't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? There's a million and one content creators. And so the fact that you take time out to come over and watch my videos, comment on my videos, share my videos, I super appreciate that. And anytime that I can take a moment to just say thank you, I want to do so. I don't take it for granted. I truly appreciate the support. I also want you guys to know that even though um I'm in a little bit of a funk. Hey Rain. Good seeing you, boo. You listening to me rant, girl. Um Even though I'm going through a little bit of a funk with regards to YouTube, I feel like it's been a year now that I have been dealing with this monetization issue. And truthfully, I probably could have gotten it back a lot faster had I been consistently digging at it, but I haven't been because I've been kind of busy as well outside of YouTube. So, again, trying to find that balance has been a challenge, but it's one that I'm chipping away at. And with that being said, like I said, I've been studying my older content back to when I used to be popping, and on here consistently, dang near every day, live all the time, jumping lives, game nights and all that, and just trying to figure out what was I doing back then that I'm not doing now, so I can get back to where I was, or at least improve the current state of things. So, with all that being said, though, guys, I just want you to know that I am not giving up. I am not going anywhere. I am constantly planning exciting, new, fresh content. Um, steadily trying to do new collaborations in these coming weeks, so that you all will see me more consistently and so that I can get back into the algorithm, start showing up on people's feeds and get the people back over here. I have also, I feel like I've been saying for the last 3 years, I'm going to change the channel name. But every time I sit down and really start thinking on it, I get stuck. I have been even thinking about, maybe I need to come up with a way to where I can get my supporters to help me come up with the channel name. Because I kind of feel like my channel name needs to be refreshed. It has been Pandy's Hair Candy and More since 2019. It's 2025. And when I look back at the content creators I started off with, almost every last one of them has changed their channel name. And I noticed that when they change their channel name, their channel kind of pivots to another level. So I'm wondering if that kind of has something to do with it as well. So y'all let me know that. Would you all be interested? And even if you're catching this on a replay, would you all be interested in helping me to choose a new channel name? You know what I'm saying? Would y'all be interested in providing suggestions for a new channel name? You personally believe the name is timeless, but thank you, Rain. I feel like I love the name too, and I kind of don't want to let it go, but I feel like as long as Pandy's in it somewhere, people know. You know what I'm saying? Also, that is one thing that I have been really thinking about. And then, I got rid of one of my 3 channels. Okay? So, yeah, it's been a lot going on. It's been a lot going on. But honestly, I do have new content ideas planned. I want to try to bring something to this channel at least 3 times a week. I have also moved the Saturday short support back to this channel. So every Saturday at 12 noon. I'm trying to stay consistent with the Fresh Skincare Fridays. I'm thinking about doing Money Move Mondays where I'm talking about different money matters, be it home-based business, taxes, credit, things of that nature, because that is one of my home-based businesses. And I don't think enough of you are even aware of that. And with the way the state of the economy is right now, with all these anticipated tariffs getting ready to come, both from us abroad, from abroad towards us, I think those are things people might be interested in. And I feel like if the channel is here, people aren't going to be thinking, oh, well, she's over there educating and talking to us about money matters. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of want the name to be something more inclusive of everything. UMBG should link. Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Honestly, we were supposed to do another show. I interviewed him once before on this channel, maybe like 3 years ago. And it was great. And we were supposed to hook up one time before. And I don't know. I think either we just couldn't narrow down a time and then we kind of lost communication. So I'll reach out to him again and see what his availability is because he's definitely knowledgeable in different ways that we can get into like the stock market. Yeah, he is a mind full of information. He definitely is. And he's regular, just like me, honey. Down to earth, somebody that you can understand that's not talking way up over your head. I enjoyed talking to him. And I really miss his YouTube channel. Because when he used to go live, he would just be dropping gems. Yes, Nancy, you definitely understand, right? So, yeah, I want to kind of simplify the name, not necessarily lose my identity, but also be inclusive of everything. Because that's why I had the and more on there, because I wanted people to know, hey, and more. It ain't just hair. I'm subject to give you trending topics. I came on here to tell you about the links with possible carcinogens in the synthetic braiding hair. I came on here to tell y'all about the dang International Delight Creamer recall. You know, different stuff. I'm gonna tell you when there's a deal on something. I'm gonna tell you when you know, prices are down or something crazy going on in the world news, you know? Uh, it's just been a lot going on and just trying to narrow it down and figure it all out. Plus, since I've embarked on this fitness journey, I am going to tell you that has been wearing me out. That has been physically wearing me out between that and my work schedule. Some days when I have a live schedule, I come in, I shower, I cook and do what I need to do, and then by the time I sit down and think, "Oh my god, I'm too tired to go live. I'm not going to be able to engage." And but I'm trying to break myself out of that habit because I don't want to be deemed unreliable or not dependable. You know what I'm saying? And I know I can do it because I've done it before. That's interesting. Happy it worked out for you. Change is good sometimes. You love what you offer. Oh, thank you so much, Nancy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, you guys have definitely been giving me some good feedback. Nancy says, I started this channel as a homeschool channel, but when we switched to online learning, I had to shift to include other aspects. That's true, Nancy. That's true. So yeah, I mean, I've pretty much always have talked about whatever is near and dear to my heart. And here lately, I kind of shifted away from the wigs. Not that I stopped wearing them, but I've always been a natural. So I started getting more into that side of my content, you know, covering the natural hair care side. Now, that doesn't go to say I won't still do a wig review, but I started to look at the economy and if people's jobs and things are being cut or you know the economy is kind of not in a good space, people aren't going to really be spending money like that to buy wigs. Nor do I want to spend money like that to be buying wigs. So I'm going to invest in the health of my natural hair. And a lot of people seem to be more into the natural hair. So, you know, you think they're in your playlist, but your lists are all over the place. Wait a minute. Did I miss something? I'm trying to see, Rain. Did I miss you saying something? You think they're in your playlist? I don't know if I missed your comment. Maybe I did. But yeah, child, my mind be all over the place too. That's why I eventually end up getting off because I feel like, okay, I've said all that I came to say. Also, I used to do a lot of game nights, and those were always so much fun. They were so much fun. People love trivia. It's a great time to laugh and engage and unwind. And I would even do a Cash App giveaway. Those were always fun, and it was a great way to rack up watch time hours. So I'm also trying to be mindful of that too, um, because I need to get my monetization back in place. I want to also be able to promote my businesses, and you can't really do that when you're not monetized. You're gonna send me a few creatures. It helps make getting healthy easy. Oh, okay. All right, Rain. I'll be looking out for that, and I appreciate that. So yeah, y'all, hold on. Let me check my notes. I believe I covered everything I wanted to discuss in tonight's recap. I didn't get into any product reviews tonight. I just basically recapped stories that I had um, uploaded earlier on the channel. That, oh, creators, got it. Thank you. I was like, creatures? Let me sip this water, child. Um, and then also talking about the fitness journey. The fitness journey has been good, so good for me, not in the sense where I'm seeing quick results. I know that is going to take some time, because it takes time when you put on weight. So it takes time to get the weight off. But I'm thankful and grateful for the support. Okay. And of course, I was not nervous, but a little unsure of if I wanted to share that part of my journey. So, be so transparent with it. But now I'm glad that I have been, because it allows me to be able to go back and look at, wow, okay, I was really at a heavier space here, and I worked and I'm now here. You know what I'm saying? I can see uh the improvement. I can physically see it. And then also because the supporters have been so encouraging, so supportive, and so inspiring, that it's like, okay, it's like that secret silent motivation push, someone pushing you along. So I appreciate it. And I'm glad I did. And also, it's just unbelievable, the support from strangers, people that I've never engaged with. I don't know them. And, they'll come on and just leave words of encouragement like, keep going, it'll get easier, and that just makes my day. Because I'm going to tell you, honey, sometimes I be like, man, I'm over this. I'm over this. Especially with this whole YT thing. Y'all just don't know. You seem to be having a good time. I am trying to have a good time. I'm trying to be upbeat. I'm trying to be uplifting, which is another topic or niche, I guess you will, that I'm very passionate about, and that is self care. It is so important to me because turning 50, coming from a family where, there's diabetes, there's cholesterol, there's all kind of things, you know what I'm saying, on both sides, health wise, and to make it to 50 and to not be faced with any of those conditions is a blessing by itself. And with that being said, I don't want to ever take for granted that anything can happen, things can change and shift at lightning speed. And I work in healthcare, so I know what that looks like, the struggle, both financially as well as physically and health wise. So while I'm in a position to do something about it, because most of those illnesses and conditions are not curable, but they certainly can be prevented, I'm like, how dare I not take care of the vessel that God blessed me with while I still have the use and the activity of all of my limbs, my eyesight, and I don't have any of those afflictions or, conditions or diseases. So that has been my motivating factor. Like, girl, even if you don't feel like it, go back there and plug up that dang walking pad and get on there for 15 minutes. You know, go back there and get on that stair stepper for 10 minutes. Go stop by the gym and go, that's how I have to do it until I get to a space where it is second nature. It is not second nature for me right now. You know? Rain says, I have no desire to be small. I simply want to be healthy. Right, girl, that is me. I want to be curvy still. Honey, I like my curves, but I don't want to be unhealthy. You know what I'm saying? Or obese. No. And I certainly don't want to have to be insulin dependent or, any of those things. I don't want that for myself. I don't want that for my children, for my family, for my husband. You know, every part of me reminds me of a different family member, and I like that about myself. Yes, girl, yes. Okay. But yeah, this has been very, and see, I'm always reluctant to come down here. I keep telling my husband, I know I need to go live so I can get these watch time hours back up. And I don't be feeling motivated to do it. I start self sabotaging internally, and I'll find reasons why I got to do other things besides coming on here. And I need to stop doing that because then I come on here and we have these great interactions and these wonderful conversations like this, and it motivates me to keep going. So I'm so glad for the two of you being here. And again, shout out to those who catch the replay. Definitely blow dry on the like button for me. And if you can, share this video. Share it on your community tabs. You can share it on your other social media platforms. It would greatly help me to be discovered. Let people know, hey, that girl over there got that channel and she's over there motivating. She's trying to do positive things. She's talking about different trending topics. And, let's help her by giving her a click and a view. So, again, I want to thank y'all for spending a little bit of your Sunday evening with me. I am going to get ready to bring this one to a close. All right, you all have a wonderful week ahead. And if I don't see you, you continue to stay safe. Definitely continue to stay encouraged. Stay blessed and do not stress. And I will most definitely see y'all in the next video. Have a good night, guys. Bye.